Hello, our teammates are Diego Briones, Sofía Serratos, Joania Olmos, Sergio Villarreal, Claudia Moreno, and Emily Mayoral. And today we're going to talk about our experience in the IB by talking about different stuff that we went through during these 2 years.
So our dynamic will be the next. Some sentences will be presented and you have to raise your hand if you agree or if you want to participate commenting on the topic. And let's begin. The first sentence is, the IB program is worth it. Raise your hand if you think that it is worth it. Joania, if you want to comment about this first.
Well, I think that the IB is worth it because even though it's really hard and it makes you go like through different situations that you have to get like overcome the problems and the things you have to do, at the end it gives you like a lot of experiences that you will remember like for your life, and it also makes you like grow as a student, as a person, and make good friends. So I think that's why it's worth it.
Thank you. Sofia?
I feel like if you really want to be in the program, then you will get something out of it. But if you don't, or if you're being forced into it, or if you don't really want to be in it, it's just going to be a big waste of your time because it's a lot of effort and it's a lot of doing different things. So if you actually want to do things and if you actually want to put the effort, you will learn a lot of different
abilities.
Thank you. Abilities.
Thank you, Sofia. Anybody else wants to comment about this topic? Okay. Sergio?
Yeah, I feel like another important part is to consider if you want it because you want the diploma itself and the points, or if you want to go through the process and the experience. Because I feel like it really is worth it if you like take into considerations the lessons you learn. And like for me personally, I developed a lot of my writing skills in the IB, and also like the friendships you like generate and how to work in a team is very important in the IB. But you need to start thinking about the universities you're gonna go to see if your diploma is actually gonna like be worth anything, because I thought that mine was gonna helped me get into, like, for example, a university in Germany. And it turns out that because of the subjects we take in the Studies IB, it didn't work for anything. So yeah, just take into account if it's more for the experience or if it's more for the certificate. And if it is for the certificate, make sure that you are gonna be able to use it.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna continue. The worst IA is, who wants to comment about this? Raise your hand, please. The worst IA. Emily?
Personally, I think that it's the math exploration. I don't know how to say it, but basically because not all of us are like into math, so it's kind of hard. Some of us will say that it's the EE, that the extended essay, but actually we can focus the EE on something that we like, and it's like a subject. We choose the subject. So I think it's the math exploration.
Okay, thank you. Briones?
I totally agree with Emily. I think that the exploration from math is not worthless because it is very hard to interpret some things that are, like, for example, in our lives, like something that we seems normal, but trying to make it into irrational or trying to make it into a math context, it is very hard and it is not easy to translate it to math language. So that's why I think it is very hard for some people that are more artistic and not into logic and rational things. And yeah, that's why I think math is the one that could be the hardest, but also, uh, I don't know, I think it is the less worth it.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. what's some EE advice that you would have liked to receive? Some extended essay advice. Sergio?
Start as early as possible, like not necessarily to do like the writing, but to find a good subject you want to investigate, to find a good question, and to seek guidance like from your from wait to it is like tutors. Yeah, no, yeah. So in you get a tutor, and they are really there to help you. So you need to aprovechar, benefit from them the most possible. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions to your tutor, and really try and manage your time well. I know that like you can just say it and it's not like that easy, but really it's gonna take more time than you really think. But if you separate that time into little chunks across like the semester, it's not gonna be that difficult. But yeah, so the most important is managing your time.
Okay, thank you. Briones?
I think that a key advice that I would like to receive in the past, it would be not get biased by the subject that you want to choose because you're good at it. Instead, try to do something that you really like. Like in my case, I really like history, but I know some people that did some extended essays in other subjects that they didn't really like, or they were just like good at it. And I saw them there, they really struggled throughout the year. And another advice that I would like to receive in the past, it would be try to do work as early as possible, because whenever you don't notice when it comes like the deadlines and all that, but it can take a lot of your time.
Okay, thank you. And I would just like to add that compared to, since you already worked in a lot of IAs before doing the EE, it is way easier to work on your extended essay. For me, when I was doing my history IA, I didn't really know how to use like the features we do and all this stuff. But once you learn how to do it, it works perfectly for you to start writing. So it's a learning process, and don't be afraid to take it easy with yourself. We're gonna move on to the next question because our time is running, and I'm gonna move to the last question, which is, I thank the Ivy program for why Emily.
I'm gonna say it in like super short, but I really thank the IB because of the friendships that I was able to, the friendships and relationships that I had during the program. I think it's a very like unique experience, and I'm really thankful for that.
Joania?
I also think the IB for the friendships and the same like the relationships and friendships I made in the IB, because they're like more they're closer than if in the general program. Like here we spend like the 6 semesters with the same people, and it makes like hard like best like bonds between each other. So I think that I'm really thankful for that. And I am also thankful because like during the IB, it gives you like the confidence that you can do like hard academic goals. So for example, now for choosing like the career and the subjects we're going to work like in your future, it gives you like the confidence to know like well, if I did the IB, then I can do like something hard. So I also think the IB for that.
Thank you. Sophia?
I think the IB helps you gradually, like you don't even notice. But if you look back on when you were first starting, if you reread an old essay, you really see how much you've gotten better and how much your own like thoughts have changed. And I think that's really cool.
Yes, I agree with Sophia, and I think it also changed like your mentality and how even you perceive life and stuff like that. So it's a whole process, not just academics. Well, thank you for seeing our video, and we hope that this advice helped you and you can finish the IB successfully. Thank you. See you.